Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-100 LT. It's a Tier 10 Soviet light tank. It's located on the northeast spawn of Highway under the command of graldebarantauro. And it looked like he had the camo net, the CVS and the binos for his equipment. Game on! One of the fastest light tanks in the game, 72 kilometers an hour maximum speed. It's also the last word when it comes to camo or to light tank spotting and hiding, because it's got one of the best camo ratings. It's a very, very small tank in terms of size, but it's very fast. It's not quite as small as an ELC Ever-90, but it actually is quite a fast, stealthy tank. And therefore, once in the bush, it can remain hidden and very difficult for the enemy to spot. Now, it was originally designed as an airborne tank in 1964, but it was actually, the armor was strong enough to actually protect it from 90mm guns. Of course, most of the enemy tanks, like the Patton, had either 90mm or 105mm main guns. Armor, well, it does have some, even though it's very lightweight to make it fast. 90mm at the front of the hull, 180mm on the front of the turret. And he's actually turned now to try and get his rear into the bush. He spotted a DBV-152 trying to sneak up through the buildings. That is a destructible building, but he won't shoot because, of course, that would give away his position. He's also spotted an AMX-13105 making an initial run the other side of the bridge. Not the only tank there as well, and they've spotted a Leopard, so he's getting spotting off that one. He's already picked up nearly 2k of spotting. Very good going. And more, 2.5k now. Indicating which tanks he wants hit. Of course, the AMX-13105 has to be one of the favourites to get hit, as well as that Leopard. Mainly down to the fact, of course, that they are a major threat to him. They've probably got the CVS as well. And look at this, we've got a 1-2-1 trying to sneak up directly towards our cap. He's taking some damage. We've got an Arty in this team. It's an M53, M55. Tier 10 game with Tier 9 tanks in it. He does have some defenders able to help him. Object 268 and a Foch B. And the Leopard is the mobile one. 1-2-1 is trying to change position. Already up to nearly 5k. Now he's gone over 5k of damage already spotted. And the enemy just can't see him. Or at least none of the ones which likely have the CVS have been able to get close enough. That was a blind shot. You can see he's already got the communication expert working. Down there on the bottom, the symbol showing that it's got, yes, he's working. He's done the assistance. Therefore, he can get the extra on his mastery. Standard APCR. It's actually got an AP round for its premium round. You can see the standard APCR is capable of doing, well, with a 100mm gun, 300 alpha. Just keeps disappearing there as I keep pulling that up. There you go. 230mm of pen, 1,200 meters per second. There's the premium round, 248mm pen. And look at that, 13105. Now he's in danger because that guy just went behind him, even though he was in the bush. But he gets an idea of how close that guy got. And we're not spotted, so he didn't see us, but one shot could take that guy out. But I think our teammates can deal with him. We can't reveal ourselves. We have to stay in the bush because we're holding back a whole bunch of enemy tanks. But if he gets close enough, then we will have to deal with him. He's graldebarantauro holding. And he does get wiped out. In fact, the guy who kills him is the Object 268 in the end. But this is the reason why we're still in the bush. That Patton tank up there. And remember, there's a Leopard prototype somewhere around and a DBV 152. In fact, the DBV is relocating. He's in the buildings over there. We saw him briefly. $6,600 spotting already. This is looking like an ace tanker game, or at least close to an ace tanker. We're one down on the enemy at the moment, which is mainly down, I think, to the town. It was good job he did turn to get the rear of his vehicle into the bush. But it's now out of the bush, or at least partially out. I think he might be inside. And that DBV is getting a little too close. He has no idea we're here. Oh, he wipes that guy out one shot. Now, did he get spotted? Yes, of course he did. In fact, actually, there's another DBV, and he got around in and got a high roll for 815. So bad news that we were spotted, but he's now bushed again. He's decided to go into that bush, but changed it to this one, just in case they can still see him. Patton goes down, taken out by the 268. Yeah, we got spotted again, and I think that might be the Leopard prototype or the DBV, one of the two. Now, if we can spot that DBV, there he is. And we are getting spotting off him as well. We're using the vehicle for cover. Yep, might as well pump them in. That's a high roll for 320. He's got a long reload. And there's his kill. Got a high roll and wiped him out. Okay, enemy Arty, which in this case happens to be a batch at 155.55. And now we're one tank ahead of the enemy, and there's only 4 of them left. He's headed towards the Leopard prototype, but I guess the tank he needs to worry about the most, well, Leopard prototype was last seen in the town. The one I guess he has to watch out for the most is the Shure MV7X. The Shure MV7X, we don't know where he is. He might be an AFK. Oh, he got spotted. Now he slid down there. Oh, there's the Shure. He's actually now the other side of the Cap Road. Okay, you can probably see us, but we're spotting him. We need the Arty to do some work for us. We're now even on terms of numbers. Okay, we can join our teammate here. Both go in at the same time, and that's a Vercingetorix, which is the name of an ancient Britain king, I believe, who used to fight the Romans. And we've locked on, but he's just spotting at the moment because the Vercingetorix is using our spot to actually fire his rounds in. He's not getting hits at the moment, though. Bouncing off. Oh, we got a round in there, but it's a low roll. Again, we were helping our M53, M55 to get those shots in. But I think we need to get a bit closer. Okay, and we've lost sight of him now. Remember, he's only a medium tank. We're a light tank, so we do have an advantage. He could use that bush for cover. And the Shure is trying to go around. I think he's trying to come up by the other route. There you go, so we can block him. We just go up to this position here. We should be able to spot him as he's trying to sneak in via the back door. Oh, there he is. He's actually headed around the long route to get round us. And in fact, he is taking damage from the Vercingetorix, who's moved the other way round. Lovely shot! But we did get spotted, of course, and there's now 3 enemy in the game. Their RT is a batch at 155.55, so he's single shot. Nicely dismounts from that hill. Sneaking up on the enemy. And there's the match at. He's down low, and now the M53, M55 can have a go at him, but we just lost the Vercingetorix to the AMX M454, which means he must be closer than we thought he was. And the batch at 155-55 goes down to the 268 again. It's another kill for the 268. 4 kills now. We've got 3. We could platoon with him and pick up a Brothers in Arms, a dynamic platoon. The M53, M55 hasn't taken any kills at all yet, but he's probably assisted. So 1,400. Careful where you go down. That's it. Now the Vercingetorix did get spotted and attacked and killed by their AMX M454. He's probably in the town area, so we're at maximum range for him. He's more than likely he can't see us. Remember how close the others got. Oh, the 268 got taken out by the Leopard. Remember we saw that Leopard prototype earlier in the game. Got to watch out for that M454 though. We still don't know where he is. There's the Leopard. Okay, so he can see us now. We didn't get low enough to get the shot in. Oh, we took around Leopard. We fixed our track immediately to get out. He saw us briefly there for a moment. So it's just us and the Arty, and on the enemy team, of course, the Leopard prototype, who's a one-shot, and the heavy tank, the AMX M454. Now that M454 is a good player because he's got 3 kills. He's the one who took out the 268. I think the 268 was more complacent. He sat still for long enough. And thank you very much. We'll take that. Nicely killed. M5355 is actually relocating, which is a good idea. He could get to the enemy cap and force the AMX M454 to come and get him. So it'd be a major benefit for the M53. Plus, of course, he might actually pick up a Raider Invader combo because I don't think he's been spotted yet. And if he hasn't been spotted, he's got a very good chance of picking up the Raider Invader, so long as he can get the cap out. Oh, now that was a bad move there. Yes, if you try and turn just as you go for a jump, you're more likely going to rip your tracks off. So it's not a great move. And now we're into the 2-minute mark. So it looks as if we are going to have to cap with the M53, M55, because he's not in the cap at the moment. Okay, we're both ending up at the cap. Did the M454 return to his own cap? No, he didn't. So the idea is just to knock that down. I'd knock the tree down. Extra cover. He's going to have to get very close to spot us. We're into the last minute. We can do it. He'll have to turn up very shortly. He's probably motoring as fast as he can now to get back. Doubtful that he will get back in time, though. He's only got 2,470 hit points as far as we can tell, which means that he's probably fairly full health. We've only got half our health, but the M53, M55 full health. And he did fire around him, but it didn't work because we capped out, and that's a win. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for graldebarantauro in the T-100 LT on the highway map. You can see it's the first time he's had a first-class tanker, so he's never had an ace tanker in this vehicle yet, but it was a very good result because he was picking up a massive amount of spotting in that game, and it looked to me at one point like he was going to win the ace tanker without firing a single shot. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills in the game. He got 4 exactly. And he got a duelist for taking down a tank that damaged him in the game. A fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. And he got a patrol duty as well for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged. And most of those were out in the field on highway as well. So yes, he was watching whilst the tank destroyers are having a bit of fun at his thanks to his spotting. 2,364 is the win rate, which is very good indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that he actually picked up 1,584 hit points of damage, but it wasn't the highest in the game. The can opener on the enemy team got 5,738, but he didn't get a high caliber either because it was a tier 10 game and that wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage was in fact the AMX M454. The guy was still alive at the end. He got 4,881, and the third highest was the Object 268 who got spotted and killed by the M454. He got 4,650. When it came to kills, we can see that both the 268 and graldebarantauro both got 4 kills out of that one. 3 kills went to the Posh B on our team and the AMX M454s on the enemy team. There was 2 of them. And we can see in third place, the Mouse got 2 kills, and the can opener got 2 kills as well. When it came to base XP, yes, graldebarantauro got that one, 1,181, mostly down to the spotting, I just think. He's the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. 953 went to the Mouse, and 851 went to the Posh B. Let's have a look at the detail. He fired only 7 rounds, but he got 6 direct hits on the enemy, 6 penetrations. The one shot he fluffed up was the one where he was trying to fire at the Leopard prototype, just as the guy turned behind the house, and so unfortunately the round didn't contact the enemy. 1,584 hit points of damage, all of it at close range. 2 hits received from the enemy. 1 was penetration, 1 was a non-penetration, and 1 hit by way of splash damage as well. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 4 enemy vehicles damaged and killed, and he earned 9,142 hit points of spotting assist in that game, so a combined damage of 10,500. That's a lot. 52 of the cap points were earned by him, and on a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 32,711 credits. And on top of that, 7 bonds, because of course it's tier 10, and 3,543 experience points altogether as well. This was the mission 15 completion for the T-55A, so the light tank mission. And if we look at the team scores again, let's have a quick look at our M53. Did he actually earn? No, unfortunately, he didn't get any medal for capping out. So no Raider Invader combo for Earwax, but he did play well. He did the right thing. He left the cap area, made his way over to the enemy cap, knowing full well that he was needed to help the cap out at the end of the game, and it worked. So well done to the team. Hope you enjoyed that replay. A very enjoyable light tank replay. Not usually, usually we've either got Auroric 78 or we've got Base Man from Hell for our light tank replays, but this time around graldebarantauro is proving that he is as good in a light tank as they are. Hope you enjoyed that one, and thank you for watching.